Alright guys, and my last video update on my summer of lawn care here. I talked a little bit about the Cub Cadet, and I got a question about the reverse issue I was having, and I've read in a couple forums on Facebook and a couple things where people are having similar problems to what I was having, and so I just want to talk to you a little bit about that, the reverse problem. The tractor, let's just go into that real quick, and then I'll talk about my experience with the Cub Cadet, which overall wasn't bad. I have to say, you're going to hear a little bit of negative in there, a little bit of displeasure from me on it. I expected a little more, but I hoped for a little more, but I got a little better than what I actually expected. Let me say it that way. I hoped that they would want to do more to help than they did, but they helped more than I thought they would, seeing as how I do use the tractor for commercial use, and I was honest about that. So just talk about it for any of you just tuning in to the first time to my channel. This is the 2015 Cub Cadet XT1 Enduro Series LT42 tractor. This is Cub Cadet's bottom of the line. Alright, this is the cheapest one of the Cub Cadet mowers, of their riding mowers. Right, they've got, and Cub Cadet has everything from this, an entry-level garden tractor, all the way up to big commercial grade, commercial rated ZTRs and everything in between. Right, they've got a lot of stuff. They even have push mowers and stuff, but this is the one I went with. So just a minute, just to recap why I chose this tractor. I looked at a few. The things I wanted a 42-inch deck with anti-scalping wheels. I wanted an hour meter, and I wanted a seat that would fit me and be comfortable. I've got a rheumatoid arthritis in my lower back, and so I needed a seat that I could actually manage to sit. I could stand all day. It's sitting and bending that gets me. Whenever I pick stuff up, I don't bend over. I have to squat down and pick it up the way we're supposed to pick it up anyway. But sitting for a long period of time can get to me. I wanted a seat that I felt like would deliver a comfortable ride for being in for a while. And after sitting in a bunch of different tractor seats, this one here was the one that I liked. Whereas this one came out of the box with a good seat that I liked. Didn't have to do anything to. So that was one of the things. The other is the hour meter. And just so you can see, here it is, the first part of October 2015. We bought this at the start of the season. And 122, I don't know how well you can see that. It's 122.4, 122.5 hours on this mower. Right? This tractor has 122.5 hours on it now. Overall, I have been very happy with the tractor. I have loved it. This thing for $1,400 has delivered everything you'd expect it to deliver. It does have the 18 horse Kohler Courage engine. You can say whatever you want. This thing has made me a lot of money this year. I don't care who says what. There's some videos. You can go and look at my page and see some videos of this thing cutting some really thick, nasty stuff and doesn't bog down. I think the biggest thing to that, you don't need a monster engine if you got a deck like the deck on this one. This thing has never stopped up. I don't care how thick, wet, nasty, whatever we've cut through, this new deck design has thrown everything out. So overall, this tractor, I have to rate it rather high. I love it. The only thing I've done to it is and I should have done a video and I didn't even think about it at the time, I installed this 12-volt outlet into it myself. Extremely easy to do. Alright. Some maintenance stuff. I haven't changed any of the belts or anything like that. I do change the oil every 50 hours. I do grease the front end and everything. The spindles on it are not greasable, but one of the things I like about it compared to other tractors I've had, if you look, it's open right here down through to the ground. There's the spindle, and so it allows good airflow through there. And these spindles, honestly, I've had other tractors before, and by this time, or even with greasable spindles, I've had to replace spindles. But if you look, they just a hole big enough just for the thing to slide in, for the spindle to slide through the deck. And that's it. There's no good airflow. I think that's one of the reasons this tractor does so well and creates a good vacuum underneath there and discharges well. It's got good airflow, and that's probably part of it. And also, I would guess, I'm no engineer, but increases deck spindle life. I find it does have this thing here where you can see the fuel level, but I find that doesn't really work very well. I can't really see it. What I do is I'll just open this up and I can see the fuel level. Easy to check the oil, easy enough to get to the air filter right there. There it is. Oil filter's right there. It's got a drain hose already on it for the oil, which I'll probably do an oil change here in the next few days, and I'll let you see that too. Now, to the only problem we have had out of this tractor. We went to Colorado. We're gone for 10, 11, 12 days, something like that. Not quite 2 weeks. We got home, went to pull the tractor out of the garage, and reverse was, when we left, it was perfect. When we went to pull it out of the garage after sitting for a couple weeks, it pulled out really slow. And during the course of that day, it got where it would reverse. It would not go in reverse at all. And this is a hydrostatic transmission. And this here, foot levers, push down like that. That goes forward. And push in reverse. You just pull it back like that. That takes it in reverse. Alright, I got to thinking maybe it was a belt. So I was going to get a belt. I went to a small engine repair shop and asked them, and they said they weren't sure. They had to put the mower down. It'd be down for a few weeks. And I said, well, I didn't want to do that. You know, I got thinking about it. I said, well, I'm going to call Cub Cadet, because it does have a 3-year warranty for consumer grade, but it's out of warranty being that it's being used commercially. And I was honest with them. I told them what I was doing with the mower, and so they obviously said no, there's no warranty. But they did take time. They did get some engineers involved, and because it is a new tractor, and they did kind of go over with me some things it could possibly be, and they kind of walked me through some things. And so that's what I'm going to... They did more than I expected. I expected them to tell me to go pound sand. I've heard some bad stuff about their customer service, but the people there were extremely helpful, extremely nice, and extremely patient in dealing with me. That being said, they didn't say they would cover anything. I was hoping they would. They'd say it's a brand new mower. It's 2015. It had 60 hours on it at the time. 2015, first year of this lineup. They know that they've seen. I mean, I've gotten contacted by them, by Cub Cadet, on some of the videos I've done on it. I've got videos on YouTube that have received over 10,000 views with this tractor on it. Right, there's a lot of people. A few people have actually bought the XT1 based off of the videos I've done, reviews I've done on this tractor so far. So I was kind of hoping that they would just say, we'll take care of it. And they didn't. But I didn't expect that they would. I expected, from stories I've heard from other people, I expected to be told to go pound sand. Now, obviously, if I was using this mower the way it was intended to be used, they'd have been all over taking care of it. They even said that they would come pick it up. I wouldn't have to get it there. They would send somebody to pick it up. They were very interested in what's wrong with their tractor. What we came up with, my thought was a belt was going bad. What we came up with is there's 2 relief valves in the transmission of this, in the rear end of this tractor, one for forward, one for reverse. The reverse relief valve was sticking open to allow the tractor to be able to be pulled. You know, you could pull this lever right here. When you pull that out, it opens both relief valves, allowing the transmission to be in neutral, allowing you to push the tractor. So that's what we came up with. So I didn't want to pull the rear end apart. So taking that knowledge of it's most likely a relief valve, and this hydrostatic transmission, maybe not this exact one, but hydrostatic transmissions in these mowers have been around for quite some time, I thought I'd get online and see what happened, what other people were seeing. And I found on a few different models, from John Deere's, Husqvarna's, Ariens, Craftsman tractors, some older Cub Cadets, a variety of different tractors. I was seeing kind of a similar thing between them. A few people, they would do this one thing, and I'm not going to do it. For one, the tractor would have to be running. For two, I think it's kind of hard on it. and it's working now, so I don't want to do it. But what I would do is I would get the tractor going forward, full steam ahead, right, all the way down, tractor rolling forward, and then I wouldn't just let off. I would, and your foot's right here, already right here in this position, so I just bam and slam it into reverse real hard, and it would lock it up and it would slide, right? And then I got reverse to start moving. And when I did that, I got reverse start moving, so I'd start going in reverse and slam it forward real hard, and it'd actually pick the front end up off the ground and do a wheelie. It was kind of fun, actually. And I got it to start moving, right? Then after I got it to actually start moving, I said I'm going to leave well enough alone. But then I found, like, sometimes backing up a hill or something, it might give me some trouble. So this is what I figured out once I had it moving. So if you've got one that's just going slow, this is where I would suggest you start. I would rabbit pump this pedal right here, right? And just only with my foot. You know, so I would be sitting on the tractor. Fat butt up here. So I'm sitting on the tractor, and I would just start doing like this. Like that. And when I do that, and all of a sudden it'd take off and it would start going in reverse. And then after I did that 3 or 4 times, it quit acting up altogether. Goes in reverse the same as it ever did, and it's never. And that was a couple months ago, back in July, and it hasn't given me any more trouble since. It has been a trouble-free mower. I've had to replace the blades once because they just wore out, and that's it. I sharpen the blades every 10 hours, every couple of days, most of the time. As if sometimes it doesn't make it 10 hours, and it's just obvious because, I mean, we'll hack up sticks and leaves and a lot of yards with a lot of dirt and stuff like that. That's what wore the blades out, I think. But so we've had to do that, and then every 50 hours I changed the oil at 5 hours, so it's the break-in oil, and then at 50 hours I changed it again, and then at 100 hours changed it again. And it's got 122 on it, but the season's coming up to be over, and I'm gonna go ahead and change the oil again here in a couple days. It'll be in the next week. It'll be 150 hours on it anyway. So that's the Cub Cadet. That's the only issue we've had out of it. If you're asking would I recommend the mower, absolutely I would recommend the mower. I love the mower. We have affectionately named it Little Brother. Not little brother, L-I-L, brother. Little Brother. It's a part of our little mowing family here, and we work the pee, pick, and piss out of it. And I have to say it's exceeded my expectations for the year. I expect to be using this next year and maybe a third year. I've been kind of kicking around the idea of a zero turn in the Snapper Pro and getting a different seat on it. They got 36-inch at Colonial Hardware for like $4,700, but I just don't think so. I don't think I want to invest that kind of money in a lawnmower. I just don't know that. I don't know. I'm handling the workload with this one just fine right now, so I'm going to continue. When I can't handle the workload with this mower anymore, that's when I'll look at a zero turn and something like that Snapper Pro or something, just to help me manage the workload. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave any comments down at the bottom. I'll leave you my email address at the end of the video, so if you have anything, you can email me there. Any questions or anything like that. I'm pretty good about checking that email a couple times a day. I will respond to you as of right now. If it starts getting crazy where I get 1,000 emails a day, then obviously I wouldn't, but I've only got 130 subscribers, so it makes it pretty easy to stay in touch with folks and to respond and things like that. I try to be pretty good about that. Like I said, at least as of right now. So that's it.